Those Achievement Hunter guys are sponsored by ExpressVPN. Your data is your business. Protect it at expressvpn.com/achievement. Go there now, if you dare.
Had to switch to day mode real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up? Show open. This show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Stop putting your online data at risk. Get protected at expressvpn.com/RTTV. For those who aren't watching live, remember, so that everyone here, I'm not talking to you, you can watch us every Thursday, right on time at 3:05 Central, right here on the Rooster Teeth site, or on our phone and living room apps. It's your phone, but it's our app, I suppose. Now that we got that out of the way, hey, what's up? Welcome to Off Topic, the final episode.
Whoa! That's it?
Well, like in the studio.
You resolved the title.
Damn
it! I thought.
You thought you were out, and
One
then I
last
pulled you back
hoorah.
in.
You know?
Yeah, this is the last episode in broadcast because they're packing it up.
Well, in this broadcast,
Is this
Packing it up,
this
moving
room,
into our
this
closet.
physical room, yeah.
It's a much smaller studio.
Well,
More intimate.
probably for the next couple of weeks, yes.
Actually, yeah.
Then the real studio. So you might not be far off.
Might be a pretty
Whoa,
janky
see,
temporary setup.
The lights are a little harsh, so that's why this is the bucket hat's in day mode.
Of course.
Oh, by the way, I'm your host, Mikey J. We got Matt. Don't worry, I checked. You can't see nothing.
spill a nut.
No, they're
Yeah,
tight. They're tight.
he's
There's
got
no.
Throwing your leg up
No,
on the
no.
table.
There's no drag in these
Right.
shorts. We got Matt. We got comfy Trevor, part of the Croc crew, and
Gator Gang.
maybe a little bit jealous Alfredo. Maybe. He's fighting it.
You jealous?
I fucking hate this.
Yo, watch your profanity.
Yeah.
The socks just like send it. Just
Oh, yeah.
The socks is the part that's the
mean?
worst.
Bro, I don't care how comfy Crocs are. Those are the.
But listen to this. Listen to this.
They're
Listen to
they're
this.
the fuggliest thing.
Listen to this.
Like,
No, well,
that's
first
the
of
proper word.
first of
Not
all,
ugly, not
No,
like
you're right,
disgusting.
but-
They're fugly.
First
bro.
of all, you're not looking at the holes.
Ugly.
You're not looking at the holes.
Regard
first
the
of all.
holes.
Second of all, listen to this.
Yes.
They squeak.
They do
so
squeak.
They don't so much squeak
Do you
as
squeak?
I must have
They-
a newer
They
model.
squidge.
the squidge.
Yeah.
Yeah, a squeak is like. This is
I
like.
have a newer
got some
model, but
squidging.
also
Bro,
because
what is this?
You got a new model?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you got a slipper
2021.
technology.
Yeah, I got the
back
slip.
ankle.
No, is that lamb fur?
Oh, it is
Whoa.
completely non-vegan lamb fur.
Oh, damn. I'm
What is
glad
the
it's non-vegan.
fucking back ankle
That's
strap,
crazy.
bro?
Oh,
Oh,
What is
let me
this?
demonstrate.
I'm gonna demonstrate
What the hell
probably
do you
what
need
I
that
just learned.
for?
Demonstrate. There's speed mode when you are on the go. All right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let me pop it off like I'm ready. Like I'm ready to go at home.
This is an audio podcast. Okay, so you're just wearing them like slippies around the
Yeah.
house.
So I'm like, oh my God, a fire! Scoop, scoop.
Uh-huh.
You're
Yeah.
ready to go.
Straps in the front.
A little bit comfortable.
Straps in the front.
A little bit ready to
You're
go.
not running.
But this is not sport mode. Because look, go to kick a soccer ball.
Oh no!
Allow me to solve
I was
those
almost
problems
right
right now
struck.
for you.
Okay. Ooh.
I did
All
the squeaks.
terrain.
I did the squeaks for you.
All terrain.
All terrain. That's
Yeah.
how you enter 4x4 mode.
Right, now kick. Let's see it come off the same
now-
way, because I bet it will.
Ah.
Whoa!
And now I can
That's not going
sprint.
anywhere.
Oh,
So now
my
if
mic pack.
you're playing sports, see the mic pack doesn't have a four-wheel
Right.
drive mode.
That's how
Crocs do.
stable Crocs are.
This is so fucking ugly, bro.
What are you? I don't
It's
know,
just
bro.
it's just so gross.
I don't know, bro.
You know you were gonna be on an infomercial today?
I
Just by the way.
It ain't no infomercial, okay?
Hey, not
we're
brought to
just,
you by
we're just
Crocs,
out here
but you could
living.
be.
We're not.
We could be.
If John Croc's out there listening,
Hey.
Gator Gang.
Hey, this ain't no Croc, all right?
But one of our
Just
sponsors
send us a pair,
is
and then Alfredo will wear them.
Sennheiser.
That is true.
That's true.
Sennheiser, love me. I rocked the.
Look
I used
past the Crocs.
love me. I used to rock
through the hole of the
the 590s as my go-to daily drivers. I am looking into the IE 900s as my like critical listening. And Gabu just recently chewed up my True Momentum wireless earbuds.
Sennheiser, if you're out there.
God, we're just destroyed.
They're very
You mean
crunchy
these?
for dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, those
These are what Gabu just ate.
Dogs love them.
Nice.
I had the previous version,
Let me take a bite.
and those bad boys have a bigger charge, so that's nice.
I heard on an
I would crank
amazing
mine up.
ad read up to 28 hours somewhere.
Oh, I can see
Whole
the ad
day,
read
and
in
more.
the
I think
future
7
from
hours per charge.
Whoa, Michael, you did such a good
Hey,
job
Yeah,
with that.
and
ad read.
beautifully dressed.
Oh, fantastically dressed.
Awesome to have a sponsor. I've just been using for years.
That's
Absolutely.
fine.
Also,
so now maybe just feel that
I
way
know
about
what-
Crocs.
I know
too.
what the crunch sounds like on those earbuds. While I was playing Pokemon Unite, God was just going, and I was like, wow, she's really loving her little like chew toy, whatever it is. And I like went to reach to my right to get my like right side earbud, and I was like, oh no. And then I walked over, pieces.
How about the left?
The left is fine. The case
just out
is
here listening.
Fine. Well, you can't. There's not single listening.
You don't want to listen to stereo with that one
so-
speaker.
So I want
Man.
Oh, exactly.
The backup
I mean,
singer
I just-
sounds awesome.
I just threw it away. What am I gonna do with the
Damn, dude.
left earbud?
Could've given it to
Well,
Gabu.
can you replace
It's true.
one?
I would have
Chew on
loved
this
it.
one.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know.
doubt it,
Yeah.
I almost
For like-
certainly guarantee
Hell
you could.
no.
I
Just
bet
would
you
just
can.
sell it
Probably,
for one
but
Sure they will.
not for 50%. Probably like 51%. You're, you know,
No, it's
And you're
probably
losing
like
out there.
80%.
it's probably
Yeah.
80%.
So
but
they're
51 and up.
So they're just like, might as well buy a new
toss
one.
it and
the
try
seats
again.
Telling
are out,
you.
and they have a longer charge. I had the first version was like 3.5 hours.
Well, that's why Gabu ate it to take.
That's why when
It's only
God
3
did
hours
eat
of
it, I
charge.
went, well, I mean, I've had them for a
If
long
you'll twist
time.
my arm, I guess
Right.
I'll get the new version.
Right.
Throw on a pair of Crocs while you're at it.
Bro, why?
Free Crocs at checkout. Off topic.
Yeah.
I don't know what the code is, but I hope that was close to accurate.
No, I don't think it was.
No,
Damn,
probably,
well-
probably not. But hey,
Dude, I've been,
we could try.
Yeah, well, I
I've
tried.
been
Those are Ace
fighting
Crocs.
and trying not
yeah?
to get back into it. But yeah, no, I'd say I'm officially back in because I ordered booster packs. But
Pokemon
Yeah,
cards.
you did it.
cards, man. Yeah. I mean, I collected them like every kid did back in the day. And then I got back into it before I was actually at Achievement Hunter and when they had X and Y generations because there was a lot of reprints of the older cards. I was like, hell yeah. So I have that set almost complete. And now I'm just like, oof, like
Now, let me ask you this.
on a
though.
farm.
You're back into them because you're like, I love and want to collect them. Or you're back into them because like, I love them and collect them. Watch me open them. Do you open them in private?
So, majority of the cards I did open them in private. I do have a couple like YouTube videos, like even way before, where I just opened them like on camera and did like an edit and whatnot. But no, mostly in private. But with these packs, I'll just open it on camera because why not?
People got it. People want to know.
People want to
They
know.
want to. They want to ride.
Yeah.
They want to ride.
But what
shotgun.
I'm not doing is what like a lot of like Twitch streamers are doing. A lot of Twitch streamers saw that people were making, that there's money behind these cards. So there's a lot of like big Twitch streamers that are in it for money instead of like collecting or the passion of like Pokemon. So they spent like tens of thousands of dollars, bought all these like, expensive like booster boxes, first editions, whatnot, and opened them all up.
Oh.
And every time they pull like a great card, they were like, oh, it's a PSA 10. So PSA, like they rate great cards. It's not just Pokemon cards. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Or sport trading cards, whatnot, memorabilia. And they rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. If it's a 10, it's like a perfect card, right? There's no scratches on the holo for Pokemon or holo bleed. The centering's perfect, etc. These
No
are all like
spelling errors.
yeah.
is
Well,
that-
it makes it
I
rare.
sometimes
I don't know
the
what any
errors
of
are
that.
good.
What if it's
Yeah.
like mass-produced errors?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that is great. But a lot of like Twitch streamers were, doing like live pack openings and whatnot, and it was really funny because I've seen some of these, and every time they pulled a card, they were like, "Oh my God, this card's $300, PSA 10. Yes, we just made $300." I'm like, no, that's not how that works. Like most cards
no.
don't grade at a 10. Like that's a perfect card. Like even if you pull it fresh from a pack, there's all these kinds of errors and whatnot that come with it.
Dog hair.
It's even the cutting of the card. even,
cutting of the
like,
card
if
is
the margins are perfectly
Yep,
even, you're
yeah.
not gonna get a 10.
Yeah,
you're just not.
very difficult to get
Right.
a 10. But everyone was like on Twitch, like pulling these cards, and they were like, PSA 10 this, PSA 10 that. And I'm like, you are really banking on all these
So
coming
doesn't
in.
that kind of
Right.
like if they're rated, but you don't rate them? someone else rates.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like
you
the
gotta
idea
get right,
of
exactly.
you yelling the
Right.
rating. Someone else has to
I
give it.
would- I would- But also, like,
Yeah.
School for
but
that.
also these are people that you can tell
Trained.
like were just in it because of the popularity or to try and make money,
Yeah.
which is hard to do with Pokemon cards. It's a thing you can't. It's not like you make money quick. You make money over time, but you can, if you're really good at it, kind of like judge what the rating is going to be. A lot of like people that are really into it, they look at the, like Trevor said, the centering, if there's hollow bleed, there's scratches on the hollows, or any like print lines, whatnot, and they can go, okay, this is going to be like a 9 or a 10, so I'll send this in to get graded because it costs money.
Right.
I think it was like $10, now it's like $20 for like PSA, and there's all kinds of different grading companies too. PSA is like the gold standard.
I'll undercut everybody.
Yeah.
Charge $15.
Oh,
Everyone's a 10.
wow.
Everyone's a 10.
There are people
Send
that
it to
are
me,
creating
you'll get
their
a
own
10.
Grading company. They're trying to create their own grading companies. But yeah, they're pulling all these on a PSA 10, this much money, PSA 10, this much money, and then they would send them in and do, get it sent back, and then do like these kind of like grade guessing where they just kind of like.
Oh, like a grade reveal
Yeah,
kind of
they'd be
thing?
like grade
like
reveal.
reveal.
Like
Oh,
this-
interesting.
what was my Charizard? And I would see people that would get like 6s and 7s just across the board. And I was like, it goes from like, if a card's like $300 for a 10 and it's a 6 or 7, it can easily go for like, I don't know, maybe 30
15
bucks.
cents. Oh, well.
Maybe $30,
Yeah.
whatnot, like not much.
So their bank account,
Yeah.
they think, is like
Yeah,
way up, and then it
oh
comes
my
back
God,
and they're
I got
like,
all this worth.
modest.
And then it's just like, no, there's just 8s and 7s,
Yeah.
and they're just like, and then it's funny because I'll see videos of like,
That's
I lost
crazy.
a ton of money on Pokemon cards. It's like, no shit. Like,
Yeah, no shit.
Lost
exactly.
money. I mean, you bought a product, you
exactly.
enjoy that thing.
Yeah.
Also, you monetized it by streaming it. So, like,
Yeah.
My grading
Joe,
system, is it a Charizard? That's a Charizard. Bam, graded.
That's what I'm
Well done.
feeling.
But
That's it.
You need to get on. I don't have the bleep button,
into it, man.
but you need to get with Jeff on Bleep Face and break some of those
Oh,
boxes
yeah.
with those boys.
Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't know what that was. I mean, I know what Bleep Face is.
Calling
but
it break shit doesn't help.
Yeah.
They break, don't they wreck the set every episode?
Oh, do they? I don't know.
I don't know.
I want them to
Well,
now.
yeah, I thought they literally like grabbed stuff and broke
could.
it with like
That's-
I don't know
that's definitely how it
because I know
sounded.
that one of the
That is
products,
good.
one
Can
of
I
the
do that?
products that was sold was like a little tiny bat.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, they smashed stuff on that.
With the little
And then
tiny
I
bat, yeah.
very
Send us your
recently-
priceless items
yeah.
and we'll.
And then I
this
very
is an
recently
S10.
figured out that they like open packs and cards and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not that breaking stuff isn't cool, but it's more aligned with what are you?
I'm
doing?
stretching.
What are you doing?
You know how many muscles I'm stretching in my back right now?
About one.
No, it's across the board. Tens.
gross.
Tens of muscle.
Yeah, it's a 10 rated stretch.
Anyways, I pre-ordered some of the.
All right.
Do you open them with-
new
Nerd.
upcoming set?
Like with the gloves.
Little nerd.
So-
The white gloves. So
Don't
you
make
could
me
like.
come across
Most
that
people
table.
don't open them with gloves because depending on the pressure and the glove, you can actually scratch them and
Really?
fuck them up.
Even if they're like the cotton gloves, like.
No, most people
Now,
just.
what if they're
just
like
don't do the
gauntlets,
gloves.
like big, heavy
Because your
metal
finger-
gauntlets?
Oh yeah,
your fingers
just right across the hollow.
Yeah, it's just like, did a knight in shining armar open? Yes,
As a
actually.
matter of fact, I did.
And it was quite a costly and
Thanos glove.
This was an S10 for sure.
Man, I've been watching people open like first edition base set cards, like the original cards. And they're like $90,000 booster boxes.
Dang,
And
dude.
I'm just like, oh my god, that's too much. And then they'll pull some crazy shit. I'm like,
Was the
that's-
video like, I mortgaged my house to open some Pokemon cards?
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure.
That's
That's-
gotta
But
be
then,
it.
but then if it goes south, you build them into a house of cards and you live in it.
Perfect.
And
And these cards became my house.
a house of cards is very evocative of a stable, strong structure that you want to live in.
Yeah.
No, don't do that in the house.
When you make them
Don't
out of
throw
balls,
stones.
As long as there's a
no.
spot, as long as there's a
You
Croc
just
spot.
exist.
Hey, as long as you got the strap on the
It's
heel,
not doing
you
it
can
justice
step into my house
that
of
you're
cards.
looking at the bottom. Here, let me. Well, you switch to the bottom again. Go back to that shot, please.
Hey, get that
his
leg out of
leg.
here. You know what's funny, Michael?
Look at this jiggle. Look at this
There's a lot.
fat
Hey,
jiggle.
that's not. No, that's flaccid muscle.
That's what it is. If
So I was going
I
on
get
a
pelted
walk.
with rocks, it'll strengthen.
Yeah, pelt it.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Me Undies. Look, I don't know why people tell you to imagine everyone in their underwear when you're nervous about talking to a room full of strangers, okay? There's nothing comforting about that. But you know what is comforting, though? Me Undies. Look, you've heard me say it before. I love my Me Undies. Everyone here loves Me Undies. They're soft, breathable, and they always have new and interesting designs to choose from. They got patterns, they got styles, they got everything that you need. Me Undies designs limited edition prints like all the time so you can express yourself every single day. Choose prints with corgis, aka the Gabu print. That's not what they call it, but you could call it that. Chicken nuggets, your zodiac sign, goofy puns, and more. Whatever you're looking for, they got it. MeUndies also releases collabs with some pretty big names like the Rolling Stones and Space Jam, A New Legacy. But you have to grab them fast because once they're gone for good. Cue the saddest violin. MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners, that's you. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has their problem-free philosophy. If you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, they'll refund or exchange it. No caveats, no questions. To get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/off-topic. That's MeUndies.com/off-topic.
The Crocs?
Yeah, I
We call it the Croc Rock.
You gotta rock them, dog. Rock them.
Yeah, chest out.
And you sock them too
Yeah.
to make sure that you keep your feet
Shoulders back,
protected.
chest out, Crocs forward.
Hands on hips or 90
I
degrees.
hate this era of achievement.
This era.
Yeah, step into
This
the.
era now.
Done, baby. The era
Cozy
of,
zone.
the era of comfort. Yeah,
I am for comfort.
crazy.
Matt is already on board.
I mean, I'm on board with comfort. I have
It-
to close my eyes a little bit, but we'll see.
It went. I said to Alfredo, it was funny. He walked in, saw me, was immediately disgusted, verbally called it out, questioned it, everything. Matt walked in and went, "Hey, what's up?" Said nothing,
Yep.
which means he's on board by default. You know what I mean? If you
And I
don't
love
see
that
it
about Matt.
Yeah,
and
just
call
right
it
on
out,
board. Whatever.
you're on board.
They go with the tide, right? That's what they say.
This came fast though. You know, like I don't think it's. What is the date? It might be not
a
this
week?
coming Monday's
Yeah, it was
Red Web,
pretty
but the
close.
one after that is where this really all kicked off. Because that was the first episode of Red Web that was in person. So
Yeah.
I socked and flopped and came on in because I didn't remember we were in person. So I said I ain't changing. I'm
Yep.
comfy.
And then the middle of the episode, as he's breaking down this like mystery, at the corner of my eye, I see this man's socks in his flops.
couldn't keep
You
his-
had
he couldn't
had
keep
another.
his
As
train of
Trevor
thought
was like,
straight.
Did you go, eyes up here?
Yeah, I
Trevor was
said my feet are down here.
As Trevor was dumping all his information, I just sat there and I was like,
He just started cracking.
and I started cracking. And he was like, what? And I was like, bro, you're fucking flops and socks, dude. What are you doing right now?
Well, it only went to the next level on Monday during the stream when Kai announced to the group that she is essentially OG Croc. She's on the team.
But
Unwillingly now.
not like the
Yeah,
yucky.
now
She
unwillingly.
doesn't like the yucky Crocs.
Right. She
She's-
doesn't wear them presently, but once a part of the Croc gang, the Gator gang,
I'm
always a
just
member.
saying, not just not wearing them presently. Her
Sure.
thing was she kept saying they sell Crocs without holes in them.
Oh,
That's what she kept saying.
Gotcha.
She was saying
like, I like
flip-flops.
Croc classic.
I was like, yo, if it ain't got holes, it ain't really a Croc.
It-
and she
yeah.
kept screaming, there are Crocs that look good. There are Crocs that look good. And I go, yeah, I'm wearing them.
Yep. And the holes, let me tell you, as an aerodynamicist, a budding ex-aerodynamicist,
Ex-buddy.
Ex-budding.
the holes are nothing but pure airflow and breathability and a little bit of aerodynamicism, okay?
and
so if
you-
you're pedaling on a bike, going at speed, you're breezing.
No,
That's
yeah,
the
like
thing.
the socks are on.
When you don't want your feet to get cold.
Well, yeah, you don't want to get chilly with all that
It's
airflow.
fucking hot as shit outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
like,
not when
you've
you're-
got several months before
You
guys
worry
don't-
about getting
you
cold.
guys don't have.
It's all about
you guys don't. Well, I don't have a
relationships.
fur layer, but you don't have. Basically, Crocs are like air conditioners on your feet.
Right.
So you got to keep them.
Exactly.
You got to keep them snug. I crank the AC at night and then I wrap myself in a blanket. That's the Croc sock technology.
Yeah, exactly. And so when that came to the conversation, I recognized I immediately needed to take my comfort to the next level. And Fredo just wasn't there for me. So I
Hell
went-
no, the fuck I wasn't.
in that stream on
Naysayer.
this current Monday. And so, well, very much, or maybe it was Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Much like any other stream,
Stream on
We
Tuesday.
were
yeah,
showing
it's
Tuesdays,
probably
so
Monday.
yeah.
could have been anybody streaming on Tuesday.
Sure.
So no, it was definitely Monday because we did Red Web on Tuesday. And so I said, well, I'm gonna go on one of my patented walks. You guys know I walk, right? And just couldn't get my mind off Fredo. So I was out there, I made him a little video, and then lo and behold, I look around and the Crocs store's right there. I figured I'd peruse
snuck
the
up on
place.
you.
It snuck up on.
Sent me a picture of you.
Yeah.
The man sends me a video, and I'm like, what is this? And I open it up, pop it open on my phone, and he's just like sitting on some bench or something like that outside, and he's like, hey man, just wanted to, check in, see how you're doing, hope everything's good, and everything's all right. And he just stands up and then kind of turns around with the camera and continues to say, hey, just wanted to check in, and then just in the background, very subtly, but fucking annoyingly, was the Crocs sign. And I'm like, this man's at the goddamn store right now.
He sent me a picture in front of the store and said, "Do you believe in miracles?"
Do you? Do you? Well, turns out miracles are hard to come by.
That was the next thing he said.
Despite the store being here in a stone's throw distance of my walk, I go inside and the place is just cleaned out of the size 12.
Obviously.
It was popping, very busy, nearly a line out the door.
Nearly a lot.
A lot of
looking
people.
for comfort, bro.
A lot of people trying to slip
After
into
this
that
last
comfort
year and a
zone.
half,
It's
people are,
weird. I don't
like,
think that a lot of Crocs are in demand right now.
Yeah.
rewarding themselves.
I mean, I am not actually joking. It was very bustling in there.
No, I mean, I'm going to believe you because I won't check.
But I'm looking for just something to put on my feet, and well, I find a size 12. There's only maybe I think a countable number of 4 size 12s in all of the place. One were a luscious pair that you're wearing now, not the exact pair, but the look. One was like a pastel version of that. Then there was the very bright, vibrant duck yellow.
Quack, quack.
And then I looked to my right, and the cashier also reminded me, hey, don't forget, we got the newer models right over here. And I, like a car salesman, she slapped the hood of the car and said, look at all these fantastic Crocs. And I looked over, and man, fur-lined Crocs, what could go wrong?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Fur-lined.
And as soon as I slipped my feet into those, I was like Cinderella. It was perfectly fitted, it was comfortable, and I felt like I found my prince. And I bought them in LA.
You rode back on the pumpkin.
Exactly.
So,
So hang on, though. Yeah, really quick.
Hanging on, yeah.
You have fur-lined Crocs.
Sure.
They have holes in them.
Yeah.
So there's no fur covering the holes.
Well, no.
We'll take a closer look.
Well, I mean, it's hard to. It seems like there's fur covering the
There
holes.
is fur covering the holes.
On the inside, yeah.
Sure. Not on the outside, though. Because you can
But
still
doesn't that
Well, I
stop
need-
the
no,
aerodynamic part of it? That like keeps
No.
it's
It's a
a-
skin
it's a
friction
mesh.
sort of thing. It's a drag thing, Matt. And
it
also,
makes it warmer
None of it
in
makes
the
sense.
in the.
Yeah.
And then
here's
you
the
also
thing.
have the socks on now, and
And here's the thing,
break it
Matt.
down, man.
yeah, it's there's a lot of not logic.
Counter. There is
Crocs. No,
there is
no,
a lack of
his
there is
has
a lack
at
of
least
logic
some-
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
could
backing, but,
argue
like-
aerodynamics.
Yeah.
But yours.
But you
yours has
can't
been blocked.
argue.
Here's the
against
thing.
This
The
fact.
aerodynamic isn't about the air going through the Croc and out the other side. Your foot's in the way regardless of what's inside.
yeah, but it's to cool
a
your
skin.
foot.
It's like a golf ball.
It's
You ever
a
seen one of
golf
those?
ball.
Why would you?
Divoted.
Covered in fur.
It's about skin
Makes no
friction.
goddamn
It's because you aren't an ex-budding aerodynamicist.
So, couple of questions. One,
Okay.
Aerodynamic.
Penske wanted me.
Nemesis.
one, this Croc store
I almost
being
lived in South
packed full
Carolina
of
for
people.
that.
True.
What
Sorry.
kind of people are at this Croc store?
That's a good question.
Just a wide array of folk.
Everybody.
all
Yeah.
types.
Small.
Everyone.
Was it a lot of white people?
Why are you looking at me? I wasn't
No.
there.
No?
Nope.
Saw people of color there?
Mostly, actually. Yeah.
That's wild.
Maybe you're the
what
one
are we doing?
left out.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you're doing. You're hating. Croc hater out
I
here.
just
He's a gate hater. Okay.
no.
He's a gator hater.
No.
Gator hater.
people of color.
You need to do
what
the Croc
fuck
walk
are you
and get the
doing
hell
at
out of
Croc
life.
store? All right?
Enjoying comfort.
We
gotta
need to
say.
stop.
Sorry, they can't all be opening boxes of
We need
Pokemon
to
cards.
Stop, gather together, and send our asses back to Payless. Okay, stop going to the Croc store.
Payless is out of
Come on.
business now.
Okay.
Or
Well,
Skechers.
yeah, because it's so
Crocs
cheap,
don't
man.
listen to this man.
That's where all my shoes came from, Payless.
Here's the thing. Let
That's
me
what I grew up
Get
with.
that
Yeah,
BOGO?
same.
let me get back to the
Dude,
holes.
You got the fucking Velcro straps and the
Dude,
light.
dude, Payless was like buy one, get two free.
Always.
It's like, please take my
Yeah,
shoes.
it's like, hey, school starting, you
like-
get a brand new pair of shoes. Actually, you get 3. And they
Exactly.
cost
And then you're like,
$12.
hell yeah. And
The
then you
more
go,
shoes
I
on the
can't
shelf, the more we
find
die.
a size that fits in this just broken
Exactly
down
it.
store.
Yep.
Well, Carnival. You ever go to Carnival? You got that big spinny wheel. You can get all sorts of deals off that thing.
No. What the
Well, it's
I've
basically
been to
it's
a
Payless, but
carnival.
it's like but it's Payless combined with festivities. It has a big spinny wheel.
Gotcha.
But it's basically Payless. Here's the thing, coming back to the holes, because it's all about the holes on these shoes, and I think this is where Kai really went astray, is that these holes, among function, it's also about beauty. because that's where the charms go. They
you
have
put charms?
They have a patented name for it, but yeah, you can put little things in the
my God,
holes
yes, you can.
to
You can.
express yourself
Fuck, yes, you
via fashion.
can. Oh, that's so stupid.
Dude, I'm gonna
ask, can you do that now?
my whole
Can I?
Yeah, because you got the fur.
Well, here's the thing, Matt.
Oh, what do we got? We have
flexible.
we have
It can-
the Bush
it
Beer
pulls away.
Cowboy
Okay, it
Crocs
pulls-
is what
okay,
we're
it
looking
pulls
at
away.
here.
You can make that work.
Yeah.
Incredible. So it's not.
Look, he's getting closer.
Yeah.
Closer look. I think this man's window shopping
We're
right
talking
now.
about
There's
some.
like-
Now we're talking about like
at
some
the holes down
cowboy
here.
Croc
Yeah.
boots, bro.
Yeah, dude. Because like sometimes you're out
the
hunting.
holes go up to
You're
the.
out hunting, but you
Sometimes
still want to be
training, you gotta keep
comfortable.
your feet
I'll
dry.
say they kind of make sense as like a beach shoe.
Yeah.
Like if you're in like
Matt's
a swampy area.
Matt's sniffing the Crocs.
Matt is on the
Not like
periphery
that.
of the Crocs.
Matt's on the.
so
He'll wear
stupid.
them if
It's so
someone
fucking
gave them to
stupid.
him.
If they arrived, he'd have-
If they arrived and I was like, I guess I'm going to the beach.
You'd
Yeah.
be wearing them right now.
I'll wear
Let
some
your
Crocs.
feet have
I
them.
don't think I'd put socks on with the Crocs. Socks and Crocs doesn't
okay,
make sense.
socks
Here's the thing.
How much are a pair of Crocs? That was my second question.
Oh, they range. They range. It depends on if you find them online, go to the store, want to get them on the Zon or delivery
Or
or
paid for them. They're too much.
for what they are. Price couldn't be better.
No,
You can't even like get it out.
a nominal fee.
It can be.
Nominal fee. It's not about. Do you ask how much like a Louis Vuitton bag is?
Yes.
Yes.
You just buy it.
I do.
okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
When you're in the desert and someone's handing you a glass of water, do you worry about
Fiji?
the price? Do you worry about the price? Do you worry about the brand?
And that's where you were yesterday.
What
when
life
you
or
walked
death
to the
scenario
Crocs
needs
store. You were in
Crocs?
the
I was
desert.
in a, I was in a comfort drought. I looked around around me and I
okay.
thought,
Wow.
parched. I could go for some comfort.
Right.
And lo and behold, the Crocs store.
Then they brought out the
Just,
platter.
just
opened
be
it.
thankful
Say.
I didn't cop a pair of the clear ones.
Yet.
Fake, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Those
look.
exist.
Why?
You ever want to see a
There's
foot
space on the shoe
fully
rack.
mashed into just a glass shoe, very Cinderella style?
Yeah.
Where are all these
Cinderella
people
made it
wearing their
sexy.
Crocs at? Is it?
Well, they travel
Is it
in
Walmart?
No, they travel in herds. I'm
in
gonna
herds.
guess for the most part on how much they cost. No, they're not at Walmart. They're traveling in herds. Gators stick together, and so to avoid this sort of persecution that you're
Right.
kind
They've
of
got a lot
highlighting
of
right
Gator-related things. They're really making it,
Yeah.
it fit. I don't.
Peep the logo, dude. What do you think that is?
Dude.
No, I wasn't saying it.
Who had
wasn't.
Crocs?
I was
Didn't,
just
like,
saying,
Kanye
like,
have
you're
Crocs or
making it,
something?
you're making it work.
Kanye, didn't he have Crocs?
Yo, I know Biebs does. I believe.
Yeah, well, if Biebs is doing it.
Oh yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, sold.
Let me look up celebrity and Crocs.
I just know Kanye has had some wild ass shoes. He had like banana shoes.
Kanye, yeah.
Kanye, I remember,
Even
had a
though
pair of
How much
shoes.
is the banana shoes
They're
cost?
like $7,000. That's an exaggeration, but they're like hundreds.
Yeah. Kanye is
One Croc.
They're like
Oh, you're talking about that,
300,
like-
400. I remember looking at it going, what the fuck? And people were like, yo, I'd
Oh.
disown my children for a pair of those.
Well,
And they did.
Pharrell's wearing the same ones you are.
What?
Look at that. Look at
He
that.
copped my Croc?
Dude, he copped that look hard.
That's a Croc cop? Whoa!
And all. Sorry. I mean,
Whoa!
you could just
Looks
Google
like we
search
found where
Crocs
some of the
celebrities.
Crocs are.
right.
On the world's elite.
Who's this?
really
Describe
upset,
the
man.
Adonis ahead of you.
The world's elite have the Crocs.
Dude, Pharrell's wearing
He knows
Crocs.
what it is, but he doesn't want to say it. It's family. It's John Cena copping some Crocs.
Bam, bam,
Whoa, hold on. Go back to that picture.
Yeah?
What's wrong with his legs?
You can't see him, but you
That's
can
what
see
he's
his
in
feet
motion.
through the holes.
Okay?
He looks really weird.
Can't see it.
I fucking hate this.
Yo, this man's got a suit.
Let me
and
tell you, I
Crocs.
caught wind and I said, let me dust off my Crocs. I already own these.
Right.
just-
Those are from another series that has,
Sometimes,
around.
hey, sometimes you acquire something as a lark and you realize that it's life-changing.
right.
And you go, oh, ain't no joke.
I think you might have planted the unconscious seed in my mind. What was that? You strutting?
Oh, I'm walking on the stool just to get the enjoyment.
Yeah.
I wish I was walking in them.
It's like I saw Barbara's in the chat. I
Going
was,
back and forth looking at you
Several?
two is great.
no, just the one Barbara.
Oh, you said you saw Barbara's in the chat.
Barbara is in the. I saw that Barbara. That Barbara is in the
Apostrophe
chat.
S.
Yes, thank you,
There
Matt.
you go.
So I mean, she's out there defending me, and as rightly so. But I was talking to her the other day, just cruising around because they've become kind of my house shoe. I've now broken them in the world. The
Here's
greater
the
world. They
problem,
can't be
though.
returned.
You can't wear them outside, then have house shoes.
Well,
you
now-
gotta get a
Yeah,
second
that's
pair
not
of
how
Crocs.
Exactly. Now I kind of have to because I've
Have to.
committed. I'm out.
No
here.
one-
Well,
No one here puts shoes on the bed, right?
oh
No,
my
God,
God.
no.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or the furniture, period.
Or just
Yeah.
yeah.
Couches.
I,
Right.
I walk in
Put
there
shoes
all.
on furniture.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Okay.
no, couch.
That was Rick James.
Well, that was Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle as Rick.
that's right.
Wait,
Yeah, I mean, he was just
Right.
he was retelling the
right.
story.
Well, he wasn't.
He was reenacting it.
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. Charlie Murphy telling the. Yeah.
He's telling the story, and Dave
No, but Dave Chappelle
playing
was
Rick
reenacting
James.
it.
He was
Rick-
reenacting
yes.
it, but it was
Right.
What Charlie Murphy said.
Telling it, but then Rick
yeah,
James was
his
also
story.
there confirming it.
And those were all
Yeah.
real stories, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
It's wild.
I wouldn't know.
I'll miss the Chappelle.
Probably in a realm of
Spiced
truth.
up?
Probably in a realm of
Yeah.
truth.
Those, I'm sure those men were living beyond reality, just given their
reality was like, hey, can you not put your shoes on the couch? You went, oh, sorry. That was the real,
And you probably
that was
went,
the real story.
They joke
yeah.
about how he, might have done that, and then
Just
oh,
shoved
that'd
him
be
in
funny.
more.
Put it
Yeah.
into a sketch.
But yeah, like I was talking to Barbara, I was cruising around the house. She's like, how do they feel? Like she's exhilarated by the opportunity to put them on and try them on herself. And I'm like, it's like my legs came, is really how I'm feeling.
Wait, what?
That's how comfy they were. It was like an orgasm up the legs.
Oh, okay.
What?
You just, if you had some bread in that leg toaster, it'd be burned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my legs came.
Yeah. You know when you get like eat something so good it like tickles on the way down? This is like I'm walking on clouds, and so my legs are just tickly, so comfortable. It relieves muscles I didn't know I had.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Burrow. You know what's funny? No, it's not this podcast. It's the idea of doing traditional furniture shopping in 2021, okay? But with Burrow, furniture shopping ain't no joke. Burrow is setting a new standard for furniture with easy to move, easier to build modular designs. That's right, you don't need an engineering degree to understand their assembly instructions. You can build a huge sectional in just a few minutes and take it apart when it's time to move. Burrow is also super easy to buy. Just head to their website where you can customize your furniture. No more warehouse stores, no more sleazy sales reps, all without leaving the old couch you're about to replace with Burrow. Shh, don't tell it. Burrow also offers free shipping on every order, plus they have their world-class support team who can help with whatever you need, from custom orders to rescheduling deliveries. You gotta get yourself a Burrow, okay? Not only can you customize everything from the fabric color to the shape of the arm, but they're also super versatile and, most importantly, very comfy. Thanks again to Burrow for supporting this show. Listeners can get $75 off their first order at burrow.com/offtopicpod. That's BURROW.com/off-topic-pod for $75 off. Burrow.com/off-topic-pod. The pod is short for podcast.
I'll be honest. I give up. I just give up.
Are you in now?
No, I'm not. Doesn't mean I'm in.
just
I just,
desensitized.
I just fucking give up on whatever the hell this is. Like,
What do you mean this is a man talking about his real life experiences through
yeah.
footwear?
Much like
And
Charlie
it's been
Murphy, this
close
is my
to
real experience.
30 minutes of it.
I recently hit my 4-year anniversary. It was on August 7th of being at Achievement Hunter.
Oh, shit.
And
I didn't know that.
I just give up.
Man, I just hit 10 years and I
Man.
just started.
Just give up on.
Took you.
Can you
whatever the fuck
hey,
Took you 4
hey,
years.
Hey, hang on, let me go night mode for a second. Oh, I was already night mode. I didn't even notice.
No, you're day mode,
Day
sir.
mode. Yeah. Welcome to
You're
sun.
right. I'm very confused.
Doesn't even know his
Hang
mode.
on. There you go.
He's
When
going
the sun
too fast.
when the sun gets out of your eyes, you can pop the top. Can you tell? Go to the wide, please. Can you tell I've been here 10 years? Notice the difference? Give me a side by side with day one. Couldn't even. I bet you couldn't tell which was which.
Absolutely, you couldn't.
Hey, I'm here to film a rage quit. Let's do it. I'm mad.
Hi.
Mad comfortable.
Mad comfortable, that's true. Kai might be picking up your mantle. I feel like there's a Kai quits on the,
yeah,
horizon after that stream we did the other day.
She got it in her in general.
It's just that kind of like East Coast energy that you guys bring, and mixed with an impenetrable or a challenging game. It was Minecraft parkour.
I
I don't know
was
what madman.
I was trying to help her, and I felt like I'm getting closer to enraging her by helping. I'm like,
You were.
but no, just do it like this. It's see, just like this, and she got more and more
See?
angry. I didn't
Just like that.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
I wanted to help,
That
but
whole Minecraft stream just sounded like pain. You guys played a Minecraft mini game. I don't know what it was called.
Yeah.
But it
Something
was.
that Jack found.
Was it about just like
Spiked up.
precise jumps?
it was like
Yeah,
just
very
really
difficult
and it
parkour.
sounded
Pixel perfect.
infuriating.
Yeah.
But also it was just like it was like an obstacle course where you had to do like 25 things exactly right in a row. Or you would, I mean, I don't know how large it was.
We
made
barely
it to
scratched the surface.
Third section.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
I
we
looked-
literally completed 2 sections in 1 hour.
I think there were like
And I'm talking about
20 or
like
so.
I don't know how to
It
describe
was
like,
small
like
areas.
a tiny
Yeah.
like equivalent of real life. It'd be like a 10, 15 foot space. It's like one area. It wasn't this whole like
Yeah.
I cleared an area like it was any sort of impressive amount of
like a room.
distance. It was like a room.
So it
we
was
cleared
that
2
painful
rooms.
then of
It was
like a-
extremely painful. It was
So it
excruciating.
was a small room, so it must have been like really fucking difficult.
Like one room was basically one jump, and it took
and it
something
was
half
like
an hour.
and it was
yeah.
like so small that like 5 people would be like standing on it at the same time. And so you can't see because they're just like other bodies and arms.
Yep.
and shit.
And there's like small collision, like you'll get
Little bit.
pushed. So
Yeah,
if you
you'll get,
jump
like,
it together.
pushed a little bit.
So imagine, okay, you know the ladders in Minecraft, you know the fence posts in Minecraft. These are
I don't
like
even want to talk about it. I don't want to.
pixel perfect jumps. You have to get it exactly right, timing, distance, all that.
Oh, yeah, I
and
would've-
you're jumping
I
on
would've
things that
hated that.
shouldn't be jumped on.
There was also one where it's like there were 2 fence posts on the wall. You had to jump, keep sprinting, and jump from one post to the other because otherwise you wouldn't have enough momentum to get to the next
There
one.
was no manual. There was no manual. It was all trial and error. And,
Mostly error.
Mostly error.
error.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of trial too.
No, I guess it's true.
And that's what, maybe
I
that's
guess
why
it's
Jack
true.
liked it
It's
so
all
much.
trial. He does like trials. He likes danger. He's like nitro.
The opposite of like giving up on the whole Croc thing. I guess I decided to give in to Minecraft. I played a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
of Minecraft, and I'm like doing my own little.
So you started an adventure.
Yeah, I was like, sure, I'll start a solo journey. That game could look really pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, did you mod it up or? like,
Yeah, I think it just I have it. It's a
we do that?
modded version, and
done
it
it
looks
before.
really
The
pretty with
realism mod,
shaders and stuff.
the shaders and whatnot.
feel
We've
like,
done that.
Should we do that? It
saying,
looks
we-
so beautiful,
just saying,
and
it
we
does.
just keep looking like day
did it
one
before.
Minecraft.
I'll be honest. The first thing I did when I was playing, I was like, why doesn't our Minecraft look like this?
Just saying, we've done it before.
I look at the lava and it was beautiful.
I think we
It starts
had,
with
like-
Jack going, all right, let's load up 1.14 Minecraft. I'm like, I just want to play with the new shiny thing. It starts with that.
Also, I think you can just individually throw on a shader too. Like,
You can throw in like resource packs. I think
Yeah.
the shaders, at least at one point, they were like in Forge.
dude, the
So
iron
you
was
had to
like
do a whole thing.
glowing underground, and I was
What?
like, oh, yeah, it was
Shit.
pretty. And the water was just glistening, and I was like, whoa, this Minecraft.
Do you feel like you were at the
That's
beach?
crazy. No, because I was immediately attacked the minute I loaded into the game.
Oh,
That's my experience at the beach, yes.
Yeah.
attacked by
But
the sun.
I'm like,
The sun, the sand.
And the goals.
I'm like trying to reinforce like the basics, like of what I knew of Minecraft. I learned how to like make a little crop farm. Too,
Oh, nice.
With like the water has to be in the middle. I didn't know that like the water could freeze, so I put like a little
Right.
lantern over it. I'm like learning all these like little things and
Mm-hmm.
like how to make a backpack and upgrade it and.
Waste the space. Get that out of there.
Oh.
Push it out.
Okay.
Kai's kind of doing
It's
that.
taking up brain space.
Maybe Kai could teach you some Minecraft because Kai's been teaching me and Lindsay Stardew. We did something today in Stardew, very similar. I think there's something nice about jumping into a game and going, oh, and learning it for the first time and
Yeah.
experiencing all the newness while somebody else is like, they've lived it like 5 full playthroughs, so th're just like, yeah, this and that and this. It's like watching a child have the allure of a butterfly, like, oh wow, a beautiful creature, and you as an adult are like,
Hey, this is that's
And there's someone who's lived 5 butterflies.
yeah, I've lived at least 5 of them.
I'm on my 5th monarch.
Wait a minute, that could be taken a
enchanted
different
stuff. Like,
Oh.
yeah, dude.
with the books.
Yeah, with the
You know,
books.
the more books, the more.
The more
Something?
magic.
More books.
Yeah,
more
but there's
power.
like a limit. It's like 45, right? It's like the cap, something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to learn Minecraft.
You and me were learners in Stone Block. But that was a whole different beast. The number of times we'd just silently be on a second screen, like going, all right, building this, and then like a 30-minute video comes up on how to do it. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll give that up.
Stoneblock was like, it's the deep end of Minecraft, or at least from my very little experience and knowledge of Minecraft. But you go from like having Minecraft Stoneblock, which is very difficult, lots of things to it, and then you add on top of that the layer of that we play like once a week for an hour. So I would spend like 15 minutes like relearning.
You just punch trees.
And then I forget. And then we play again next week. And I wasn't always in every single episode, so sometimes I'd go 2-3 weeks without playing.
One step forward, two steps back.
I hit my stride for a second when I was doing a little bit of the cow stuff, and then 2 weeks of not playing, I came back and I went, what is this?
And you and
what was I doing?
And let's.
I only started doing that because Jack was like, someone needs to do the cows. I'm like, well, I've given up on magic, so I guess I'll figure that out. And
let's put the croc on the other foot, and even less of that. We play Siege, and you expect a call out. You're lucky. I know what I'm holding a shotgun or an assault rifle.
Look. When
Green room, back toilet. And I'm like, the man. There's a man in the window.
Like there's 2 things of that. One, what I mean by like an achievement hunter call out, I'm talking about the most basic of basic.
Yeah,
is he
I'm
outside?
looking at him.
Is he inside? Is he on the
Guy
first
over
floor?
here.
The second floor?
Over here.
Does it look like a kitchen?
Help, he's shooting me in the back.
I'm looking right at him.
Those are the basics. And in terms of what I'm saying, look, I'm not going to dumb myself down for you guys. Those are the call-outs that I know.
I'm just saying.
Those are like muscle memory call-outs. I'm just going to call them out. You guys aren't going to know them. I don't expect you to know them. But I got to get it out of my system in the middle of like, I don't want to. Look, I don't want to start not calling things out and then go play with my friends and then not have any call-outs.
Right.
He doesn't want to be embarrassed by
that
it.
way.
Just saying, dude. Here's what you need to do. You need to combine your Siege life with a Croc life. And just maybe
Not Minecraft?
Just chill a little bit.
Slow it down.
No, because Minecraft already is like Croc, right? You just
Yeah, it is a pretty. Dude, I just
need to slip a pair of Crocs on.
gaming.
It's so.
Let me say this: Minecraft,
chill and
Minecraft, you got the strap on top.
Okay.
Siege, you got the strap on the back.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's like serious gaming,
Yep.
but still, that you go 4-wheel drive. You don't want those Crocs to fly off. Minecraft, you don't have to worry about it unless you go swimming, and then they might float off. Also, watch out for the squids.
Here's the thing, though. If you die in some Crocs while swimming, your body will be found because they will keep you alive.
Your body will be found. Crocs actually float more than the human body, so you're
Like the rest of your body.
They see Crocs
actually-
floating in the river like, there we go.
Mobsters hate them.
Float upside down.
Mobsters hate them. No cinder blocks on these feet.
Oh no, we got
Even
another
when
one.
they're on, they're surrounded in cement,
Thank
still
God he
float.
was wearing Crocs. Now we're able to find the body immediately.
He was wearing.
Inform the next of kin.
Yeah, dude.
Was he wearing his Crocs? Oh, thank God. In his will, all it says Crocs go to.
These could have saved my life, maybe.
This episode of the Off Topic Podcast is brought to you by Sennheiser. If you're not all about sound quality when you're buying earbuds, you're doing it wrong. That's why you got to check out Sennheiser. They make the best earbuds money can buy because unlike other companies, they put sound first. Their new Momentum True Wireless 2s deliver the best listening experience and have been finely crafted for even the most discerning listener. With their free smart control app, you can adjust the sound to your personal preferences with the built-in equalizer, and now you can switch off your surroundings and dive into those playlists and podcasts with their new active noise cancellation feature. Plus, with up to a 28-hour battery life, these earbuds can last you all day and then some. Seriously, what's not to like? You got great quality sound, super comfortable design, and you have all those personal preferences that to get the perfect sound that you need. More perfect than that last line I flubbed through. But it doesn't matter because you're not listening to me, you're listening to whatever you want with your beautiful Sennheisers. Approved by Alfredo Diaz himself. Why settle for anything less than great sound? Come hear the difference with Sennheiser right now for our first 100 listeners who go to Sennheiser.com/podcast and use promo code OFFTOPIC. you'll receive 15% off the Momentum True Wireless 2 earbuds or any of their amazing headphones. That's 15% off when you go to Sennheiser.com/podcast and use our promo code OFFTOPIC. Listen up beautifully.
Enough with the Croc talk. Let's move on. Speaking of Crocs, we felt
See what you did there.
old yesterday.
I wanted to get old.
I wanted to get old
Fast.
wild, and we're better to get old than Old the movie, where what is it? 5 minutes happens in 30. 5 years happens in 30 minutes. There it is.
Years?
1 year is 30
1
minutes.
year's 30 minutes. That movie would have
Yeah.
been so much shorter.
Yeah, it would have been like the Twilight Zone. Are we on the beach?
Yeah, you guys went and saw Old. I saw it like opening weekend. Like I was talking about it earlier. Shyamalan movies are like, it's like a mystery box, like a loot crate,
Right.
right? You never know if it's good or bad or just mediocre.
And much like a loot
and you
crate,
never
it
will.
usually is underwhelming and
Yeah,
disappointing.
exactly. It's usually a common, right? It's not a rare.
Yeah.
But I would say this wasn't a common, more like an uncommon Old. If I was to put it like in a card system, it was mid-tier at best, in my opinion.
I don't know that Trevor and I should have been laughing as much.
Well, here's the thing. We had like 4 other people in this theater.
It was a very, because it's
Yeah.
about to like
It's
be out of
literally
theaters,
leaving.
it's
So
very
we
tiny.
went. So we were like, we got to see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
I hate I couldn't have gone with you guys.
We tried to get
Yeah.
Matt with us, but he had some plans. But yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone was like a little giggly to the film.
There were other people, they were rapping.
There was definitely like some shock value things that were just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I guess, okay, so here's the thing. Going back to the general idea of an M. Night movie, I will admit, he has typically very strong premises. And
Yeah,
he
mhm.
tends to
Really
have a
strong.
great idea with the twist. I do appreciate
is
the
it?
ideation
Well,
behind all
It's
that.
not always a great idea.
Not always, sure.
Like, he had a good idea, Avatar. That was a great one. Good one. The twist, it being bad, not great. Didn't really enjoy that.
Do I want to hate watch The Happening again?
Yeah,
yeah,
That's,
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 a good
that's,
one
a
to
pretty,
hate watch.
that's a pretty funny
Yeah.
movie.
that's an enjoyable, just kind of like
Yeah.
giggle movie.
Another M. Night movie, probably his worst one.
Happening?
The trees are attacking people.
Yeah.
But that's
not
like a thing that's actually kind of
the
happened before,
roots
right?
come out and smack people around. More
It's not like the Whomping Willow.
Yeah, there you go.
That's Croc talk, baby.
It's
Croc
just
talk.
like particles in the air.
Right. It's hormones from the trees going, you fucked me too long, and then they just kind of.
Isn't it? It's like the wind picks up and then the trees rustle and they're like, oh
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
run!
no, run! Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like the
Yeah, I'm about
trees
to hate
control
watch
the
that
wind.
again.
Yeah, let's do it. But I mean, like, yeah. So like,
Like a plastic fern in the house. He's like,
is that a artificial tree or? Okay.
and then didn't it just stop? There was no like reasoning. It was just like,
And it stopped because
We're
enough
done.
people died.
Yeah.
The whole thing was
We're
like,
done.
there's
We've
too
cold.
many people. And I mean, that's what it was.
Right. Well, it was really because they were about to attack the protagonist, and you're about to go, oh no, and then it kind of ended. So you're like, wow, he's
Oh, I guess
okay.
we're done.
Dude, who saw that and read the script and said, let's throw money
I don't know,
at
but I
this?
started clapping
Yeah.
at the opening. Just
I
when
think
they
they were
said
throwing
Mark
the-
Wahlberg was a teacher, I just started clapping.
I think they were throwing money at the name behind it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because he's got some big hits, right? But I guess coming back, so the movie I knew at this point was very middle of the road. Some people loved it, some people hated it, and most people were like, eh. But I was still too intrigued by the premise, so I'm ready to be disappointed again. I'm ready to be let down one more time. So, I mean, I wanted to see it. But there were some elements to the hook that they explored that I think could have been left on the table, that didn't need to be explored. I don't want to spoil anything, but like the Baba Yaga was an interesting moment. The Bone Baby was another interesting moment. And everything behind
baby
the
that
Bone
just,
Baby.
like,
I'll say
appeared?
this. I'll say this
okay.
too. I mean, I don't really care about spoiling it. We're going to talk about Old. In the first, without exaggeration, 90 seconds, they maybe made 3 or 4 references.
5, I counted them.
About like time of like.
Yep.
Hey, little kid, enjoy being young while it lasts.
Exactly. That was
And
like
then
the
like
first
back to
line.
back, like 5 times in a
Yes.
row, over and over. And the girl's singing, she's like, I can't wait till you grow up.
I can't wait
to hear you sing when
Yup.
you're old.
And that's a double whammy, turns out.
I kid you not, it's the first scene of the film, and they just kept saying it. And I was
Yup.
like, we know.
Yeah, well, the first line came out, and both, literally, I think maybe the whole 6 of us in the theater, but Michael and I both literally went, and then it did 2 more back to back. And I just started going like, wow.
I was
started
watching
counting.
the movie, and I heard Trevor go, 4.
But like, okay, I'll admit, I'm not a writer.
Oh,
But,
no.
but the thing is,
You're not.
Sometimes there's. Yeah, thank you. There are times when there can be plot holes, and we can just move on from it. Suspend your disbelief enough. But they addressed every nook and cranny of plot hole, like through one person, the nurse, I think mostly, to explore. And so suddenly there'd be bursts, and you probably remember there were bursts of just explaining the plot and explaining the science
yeah.
behind everything, and you're just like, okay, it doesn't matter. How do you know? But now you just created more plot
like, I
holes.
think.
Just
Yeah.
leave some of that off, you
They had
know.
like a nurse that was like, all right, so I think it's affecting
It's this
our,
and then that,
this and this within our bodies and the chemicals. And I'm just like, whoa, you're really just like fucking force feeding us all this
Right.
info.
It's like they're attacking the people that might be like, hold on a second. What about this? And like,
Yep.
let me get way ahead of that. And so the writing ended up being very clumsy. And again,
What about
I'm not
our
one
nails?
to.
But technically they're dead.
Right,
Yeah.
the nails in the hair. It's like, I'm not usually one to be pulled out of the story by the writing. I'm not really like a cinephile, but when I watched this, I'm like, the writing just kept pulling me out because I'm like, I didn't, like, it was so meta, so self-aware, and so like, I don't know, clumsy, like felt very elementary. I'm like, let's just
Yeah.
move on, just like,
Couldn't
have this
they
be a story. We
Have
don't need
just
to
said like magic and left it there.
maybe.
It's
like-
not magic, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they
it
could have,
is.
in the twist, when the twist comes around, they kind of explain it there. And it can be more subtle. It can be part of the universe. It doesn't have to be like, in your face, here it is. But it was.
Do you think he hates that? That
I don't
he
know.
always has to put a twist in his
I think
movies?
he loves it.
I think,
He's
yeah.
like, man, I have this perfectly normal movie. I guess I better ruin it.
Yeah, that's
This
the
was
thing,
a
though.
Like a
graphic
twist.
novel, I believe.
Was it really?
I thought it was just a book. Is it a graphic novel?
Maybe it was a book. I don't know.
There was a
It was
photo
like,
on
it
the
was
cover.
like a book he got as a gift. I assume.
Oh.
And he was like, I want to make this movie. I'm going to make this a movie.
I mean, if you want to sell a script, I think, and this is coming from Josh Flanagan, who is like a writer and talks to people around whatever. I'm, again, not a writer, turns out. But he's like, Hollywood is craving, basically like on TV, when you have a bottle episode, you're on one set, it's very budget friendly because you're not exploring a bunch of different locations. If you, just a single location thriller or horror movie will get bought up like that. And so I also couldn't
no,
help
I
but
guess
feel,
that's
as
that.
I was watching it, I was like, oh, maybe that's why this got picked up.
You know why? Probably just because A24 is killing it.
They are
They
very
have
much
these
killing
like
it.
lower budget horror movies that aren't for everybody, but they're lower budget and they make a ton of money and they're great films.
Mm-hmm.
Hereditary, Midsummer, those are all fantastic movies.
Samar.
Midsommar.
They have,
I don't know.
don't-
It's
yeah.
not spelled summer, so I just assume
Yeah,
it's not
right.
pronounced that
Midsommar.
way.
I don't know.
Midsommar.
I just say Midsummer. I was like, I don't know.
it's a different language
it,
technically.
yeah.
But yeah, it's I also like their cinematography. They're a very beautiful style.
Yeah.
And just
And they
coming
don't,
back.
I mean, like with Hereditary, they don't. There was like a lot of like little subtleties in that movie where you're just like looking at a house
When
at
the
night.
head comes off.
Well,
It was
that
very
subtle?
subtle.
there's some stuff, yeah, obviously that's very like shock value. But there's like so many scenes, like with the nighttime shot of the house, that
Yes.
wide shot. You're like, oh, that's the house at night, and you go, were there people in the
Right before
in
you
the trees and behind like
Are they
in the woods
naked?
and shit? Like,
definitely.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
naked? And like, and then it cuts to the next scene. You went, wait, let's go. Wait, did I
Right.
just see that? What happened?
Just
It's
as
like
you're-
so many little subtle things.
Exactly. Just as your brain goes from the main subject to like, wait, is that like the lower half of a naked old man in the background of this attic? Wait, and then it's already on the next scene
Already,
before
yeah.
you can like
Yeah,
think about it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
A movie that I saw that was just a fun watch was The Tomorrow War. with
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Pratt. That,
On Amazon.
Yeah, it was very like Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
With who was that with? That was with
Chris Pratt.
Emily Blunt,
Yeah.
and
Tom
Tom
Cruise?
Cruise.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, lived out. It's very lived out repeat, and so I had fun watching that. It was like a 2-hour movie.
This was Chris Pratt, and the female lead was the woman from Chuck. I'm not sure what her name is.
Yes,
Like the secret agent.
She's also
Yeah.
in was the Hulu show, the very Tale something.
That's exactly.
No, well,
You got it. The
Got it.
fairy
Nailed it.
tale.
shit, no, it's something Tale. No, it's the
Silent Hill, someone said? Anyway.
No, it's the Hulu one that you guys are. I know you're watching.
Handmaid's Tale?
Handmaid's
She in
Tale.
that?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's
she's in Handmaid's
she's the main
I watched
Yeah.
just the first
mother
season.
or whatever.
She
I
was
forget
like
the name of the role.
I only watched the
show
first
is
season. She was like
fucked up.
the lady of the house. Yeah, I fell off that show. I mean, it's a fantastic
It's-
show,
it
but
is.
it's really fucked.
It's hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, I gotta see how all these people die because that's gotta
And,
come.
yep, and that's exactly it. You
Yep.
see how all these people die. That's pretty much.
Yeah, that's rough.
In
How it
old, you
goes.
just gotta wait an hour and they turn to dust.
It's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, watch that. That was a fun movie.
I read the synopsis of it. I didn't end up seeing that one.
Dude,
I have a bad habit of doing that where I'm like, this looks good, but I got about 30 minutes, so let's just dive in.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I'll wait. Like,
Yeah,
I'll-
that's-
sometimes I'll wait weeks just because I don't have the time to watch it all.
yeah.
The weirdest part I just could not stop laughing about in old is when the kids are like, "Mommy, mommy," and I was like,
Oh yeah, when they were
it's just
old,
like a grown person.
When they came from the tent and they were
it's
like,
like, "Mama."
they were way younger, maybe like 8 or something.
See
like
that? See,
and
I
they just, like,
I
walked
couldn't
out.
get wrapped up. I would like I don't care about like oh they didn't explain every little thing or whatever. But I will be like, okay, so they're aging very quickly, and like the kid that starts, the boy's 6 and the girl's 11, and then first of all, they would look different every hour, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
they only went through like 3 or 4 different actors because they were just like, look, let's just
Well, there's a
let's just
line.
be let's just be reasonable here. The idea that you wouldn't notice a kid change from 6 to 11 is like there's like 40 different kids in there, but it was very much like okay, he's 6, like the 6-year-old is like big now, but he's got the mind of he's the same kid. But then kind of like intermittently, they would just sort of grow up like brain-wise and
Yeah.
inexplicably, right? And I could almost sit there and go, okay, so like their brain is maturing, so I get that. So like their personality could it be rapidly changing as
Accelerating,
well.
yeah.
Right.
But what doesn't make sense is knowledge. They're not learning anything. They
Yeah.
would know nothing. They would just be more mature, but with no social skills or information or anything. And the part of that really ticked me off was there's another girl who's like 6. It's like a brother and sister, and then another girl. And so then the 6-year-old boy and 6-year-old girl are like a little bit older now, and they're talking, and all of a sudden the 6-year-old girl is like, kind of like looking back on how she missed her life. Like again, I'm like, I don't even know how you would grasp that this has happened, but they're sitting there talking, and she's like, "Oh, we're grown up now. We missed our lives. I didn't get to go to prom." And I went, "Prom? How the fuck do you know what prom is? You're 6 years old." That line set me off. The
was
6-year-old
weird.
said, "I missed prom." Then again, spoiler, but it's in the trailer. Fucking cuts away. I don't know if you didn't know that part, but it's very weird because they're awkward, but they're also 6. But now they're like in their 20s.
Yeah.
And I leaned over to Trevor and I was like, "Pee-pee. My pee-pee." And he was just like, "What?" And they walk out of the tent and she's fucking pregnant.
Yeah.
And it's just like, which is just fucking weird. But like, because it's like, oh, it's like 2 seconds. And then there's tiny exposition in the background of the father being like, "I didn't have time to teach you about this," because the kid was 6 years old.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
literally, like, the kid is kind of like, they make him out to be very like, I don't know.
Which one, the
Like
boy?
the boy, like as a kid, they set up his character. He's like overanalyzing everything.
He
He's
remembers
very, like,
everything
He's
he's
very
been
like
told.
neurotic kind of deal, like oh, da, 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 da. And it's so weird in the background. They're like screaming about this girl walking out and she's pregnant on the beach, and the father's telling the kid in the background like, "Oh, what you did is how babies are made." And you hear the kid go, "I thought you needed to do it at least 10 times." I don't know if you heard that line because it's in the background.
don't remember,
And the
but-
father's just like,
He's like, no.
"No, just once is enough."
Yep.
And it was just like, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? This is so weird. This is
Also,
so
as a 6-year-old,
weird.
I wouldn't have been like, yes, 10 times.
Yes,
like,
so
that was one of the MacGuffins to satisfy his maturity, which was he remembers everything, right? And so he has a lot of factoids he spits out throughout the film. But I'm like, just like, I don't know, like you can't have it all. Like every character fit some perfectly niche slot.
I'm just saying, and then there's parts in the film where all of a sudden they're just like, hey, this is what we have to do. Do, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wait, are you grown up now? What happened?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
again, when
Maybe
the
if you
kid's
do
like,
this.
when he reaches like the third actor, because it's like a little kid, and it's like an
Right.
11-year-old, and then there's like the third
Hereditary dude?
stage. Yeah, the hereditary dude. He's like a good chunk of the film. He's still like, I'm 6.
Right.
And then there's a guy after him who's like,
did you just like pop?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
it's fine.
Or old.
Or on the beach.
My jaw does that.
I don't have Crocs on my shoulders yet.
Croc gloves?
Yet. Anyway, it was. I'll tell you this though, very entertaining. I
Yeah.
loved it.
I was.
I don't know if it was great, but I very much enjoyed the film. I was satisfied. Okay. I walked out and I went, that gives me some things to talk about. That
Right.
movie.
It was an adventure. I enjoyed that adventure.
So-
I won't relive it, and I know Barbara would have hated it.
That's what I said to Lindsay too. Lindsay goes, "How was the movie?" And I said, "I think he would have hated it."
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, that was also what I wanted to see because like Casey will never watch that.
Exactly.
She'll hate
It's
this.
not the best.
Yeah.
So I have not watched it. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah,
dude.
F
I got
you.
cut- I got
Last
cut
week.
off.
Yeah.
Matt, do you
All
want
right.
to thank the first members?
I mean, well,
You want to just say what you were going to say and then just pivot?
I mean, I guess I can do it. I want to thank the first members for being first. It's the first bell. I don't know
First
if you
bell.
heard it. I've never done this before.
That's okay. You just thank the first members.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you guys for being first members, supporting us, letting us make awesome shows and be
Like
here
Camp
anymore.
Betrayal.
There you go.
The whole entire series out now. Binge it. I like to tell them to sign up for the trial and cancel. They can
You
watch
sign
it
up for the
free.
trial,
Yeah.
watch all of Camp Betrayal, then cancel.
Yeah.
But I mean,
We don't make
maybe
anything.
you'll like it.
Yes.
Got us.
Got me.
This is how you get us.
Got ourselves.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yours was good. Yours was faster.
It was. I got done pretty quick.
No, that was smart.
Yeah. But I mean, you can go
Quick
longer
thank
if you
you.
want.
Well,
A quick shout out to a
yeah,
show.
dude. And
Yeah.
they'll all yell "furt."
And they
Yeah.
do Furt in the chat. I do remember that.
Furtin'.
Do you remember that?
Furters.
Oh. Well, I guess Furt kind of reminds me of this. So you guys, I mean, have this ongoing thing between the two of you where you guys go, Titi.
Who? To who?
Michael, Trevor.
Oh,
A little,
that's you. Oh, okay.
Us?
Got it.
and Trevor, I think
Sometimes
was
you get hungry.
Trevor, I think was like tweeting this, but I've kind of kept this to myself because I just keep chuckling. I grew up in a Filipino household. Used to speak Tagalog fluently, Filipino language, and in Tagalog, titi means penis.
Yeah.
So guys, so
I mean-
I always silently chuckle to myself, and he goes, "I want titi."
I mean, either way, whatever. Here's
Yeah,
the thing.
sometimes it's just, you know,
Wherever,
Give him
wherever.
the penis.
Well, the thing is,
someone hand these two gentlemen a penis.
the thing about it is, I don't. These creatures, right? Whatever they are, they don't want TT because like they just want it. They're hungry.
yeah.
they need.
Oh, I
So
know.
whatever's gonna feed them. Yeah. I feel like that is even
chow.
better because that means either TT, give them some nutrients. You know what I mean? They're just hungry.
Yeah, I know. Hungry.
You know?
Hungry. Yep. Hungry for
I
penis.
require.
Yep. There it
Comes
is.
in a lot of different shapes, sizes, and
Peanut-
forms.
peanut.
Whatever's
Again.
whatever's gonna load them up.
To satiate them until the next planet or wherever they're at, you know.
Yeah, he has it was like, and I go, wow, really loving that penis.
Oh, absolutely.
It is funny because like I like obviously Fredo's like keeping that one close to the chest, but then at some point I think a fellow Filipino in our audience out there tweeted and said, "You guys know this, right?" And I went,
I'll tell you
Doesn't
that.
matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't
no,
matter.
yeah.
When
Yeah.
I'm doubling down.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
doubling down.
we've known since then.
I like looked
hasn't
at Fredo and
slowed
I
me
went,
down.
"You didn't tell us? Whatever. No TT for you."
Hey, I want what I want.
Sometimes you can't change what you crave.
Right.
Craving the penis right now.
You need what you need.
It's not craving the penis. It's what the penis has to offer.
Right.
I know.
You know what I mean?
But still,
it's
at
the
its
person
core,
behind the penis.
Craving the penis.
Titi. I want.
It's not the same without the mixer.
It is not the same without the mixer, but I think the audience might be thankful for that.
I'm getting riled up. What was funny is I mentioned to you today that I hit Matt with it a little bit this morning.
It's true.
And I said, in my fantasy, you were laughing somewhere, and you did it in a video that I wasn't in.
I like to imagine that. So yeah, there was 2 recordings going on. You and Matt, I think, did a randomizer.
Yeah.
Kai,
more
Lindsay,
Mario.
and myself did a Stardew. They showed me the ropes of Stardew. And I think, I like to think that, yeah, I might have giggled. I certainly did. But I like to think, certainly, because of the shirt. I like to think that what actually happened was there was an alignment of the stars, and both of us made that reference at the same time.
It's very possible.
Independently of each other, we didn't know it was happening. Kai set me up greatly for it. Kai actually broke the ice on it. She said it first.
Right.
I just call and echo, right? Call and response, right? There.
I didn't do that for you.
No, you didn't.
I set you up.
You set me
I
up in that you gave me the game to play, which put us in the scenario that had Mario crawling around on the ground like a baby. and I started going, nah, which then led to the voice, which then led to the TT.
And what did that Matt say, like, in response to TT?
I thought I was safe.
First he said he thought he was safe. And I said, you're only safe unless I don't have a mixer. And he said, oh my God, can we please go back to the office? Then he kept saying, I don't like it. Then later he went, it's kind of growing on me.
There was like one shot that really made me just.
You had a visual.
I don't want to like spoil it.
That actually made a little bit more sense visually. It was just weird angles in this Mario randomizer. My favorite thing that we started doing in episode 2 of the Super Mario 64 randomizer was very honestly highlighting how random the recording schedule is.
Yeah.
It's just whenever a slot aligns itself where Matt and I are free, we're like, there.
Yeah.
We can do a Mario. So like we did the first one, and then it was like a month and a half or more.
We forgot completely what we were doing.
We had no idea because the whole thing's all random, and it's like, oh, it's been forever. Then we filmed the next one like the next day, like 2 days in a row, and then it's been like more than a month again since the last one. And so now I just go, who knows when we're gonna record one? Even we don't know.
That's the randomizer.
And every
It's a treat when it happens.
I hope the audience enjoys it because like normally it's like classic Achievement Hunter and they hate it when something like that we've done a million times are like, what are we doing here with this?
Yeah.
And then they're like, why don't you know this? That is this for real because the whole game's all jumbled up. But I know for a fact I stand in front of the same painting time and time and time again every video and I go, which one's this? Where does this go? Because like everything leads to somewhere else, and I'm just like, I know people are gonna get mad. The words are coming out of my mouth, and they're
You remembered
screaming.
a lot.
They're like, the snow level. It's the snow level. You ask every fucking time. It's the snow level. How do you not know this? It's like, dude, your brain
You got
ping-pongs
15 other pieces of lore to go
crazy.
through
It's true.
with all these other videos.
It's also difficult, like when you're playing, like you might forget after you found out that one video.
You move
Yeah,
so
you move
quickly
right through it.
throughout
You
the
don't
game.
remember. You know? Shit
It's
happens.
good though.
It's nice
I
to
think
know
we made
it's
it. I think we made a good one today.
Yeah, I
on
mean,
the TT.
there was definitely one shot where I was like, "That's pretty funny. You got me." I don't know now with this new information.
That was like,
With all this new information,
fill me up. I'm hungry.
where's the
It all
buffet?
comes from Alec, though. I blame him because
Oh,
he
really?
put us. Well, that's where TT came from. He put us in the
true.
situation from RTX. If you're wondering where it came from, it exploded from
First-
RTX.
first out of
right,
Unruly
right at the end
Rollers.
of Unruly Rollers. It was some sort of alien that I decided to be, and I just kept going, I want TT. And I was just going towards Trevor going, "Nom, nom, nom." And that's about as simple as it gets. Sometimes
Yeah.
people wonder, like, oh, where did it start? And they go,
That's
oh,
where.
oh, that? And it's
Sometimes
very
it just
disappointing.
was.
Yeah.
And maintained that way.
Dude, speaking of wants, I had I guess you can call it a want. I was watching the first episode of Marvel's What If, right? It's the whole animated show of like, what if such and such happened instead of this? The first episode being that, what if Steve Rogers didn't get the serum, Carter did. And so Carter does and becomes Captain Carter. And she looked buff. It's animated, but she was like buff and big and like, Cap Carter. And then there's the shot in that episode where Captain Carter Steve Rogers didn't get the serum, still skinny, just sitting there. And they're starting to feel each other out. There's some, a little interaction. And I sat there going, oh, I want to be a little Steve Rogers.
Yeah, he's getting tossed around.
I was like,
Throw me around.
Hold me, Captain Carter.
Damn. Scratched an itch you didn't know you had.
I said it in my hand, and I looked at Jackie and went, I will never tell. I was like, Captain Carter, come home with your big arms, Captain Carter.
Damn. You're strong.
Gotta throw me around. Wear your uniform.
He's picking you up
I'm
with one
Tiny
hand.
Steve.
Damn.
He's-
That's cool.
I still need to see the second episode of that. I keep forgetting. When does it come out? Tuesdays or Mondays?
I think it's.
I
It's
wouldn't
early
ask
because
this
second
man because he
episode's
had no
out
idea
already.
about the last series.
I did.
just listened
I
to him
didn't.
being yelled at.
Low-key,
He
it
was
was-
just,
The only I'll be honest. The only way I
Earlier
know
in
when
the
new
week
things come out
because-
is Jack going, "Do you guys see that?" And
Yep,
like, I guess
Jack
it came out
does.
an hour ago because every time he asks, it's like the crack of dawn the following day, and I'm like, I don't know, came out at 2 a.m.
Second episode's out already. That I know. Also,
You see it?
no, I haven't. Which I'll probably watch that tonight. I was actually watching, no lie, Camp Betrayal, the season finale.
I'm glad you didn't lie. Oh, wait. Are you lying?
No.
Are you
So I was like, oh, I don't know. It was a really fun show to shoot, and it's fun to watch back on
was.
that one. And I never watch anything I do, so that was fun. I saw the Christmas episode for Ted Lasso.
Yep.
Nice.
If you are ever feeling down or lonely or depressed, watch that episode.
that-
It's like the most wholesome thing.
The last one?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like the most wholesome
That's the only one I haven't watched.
ever.
It's good, man. And
It's
I
such
love
a-
me a good Christmas
A
episode.
feel-good show,
yeah, for
and
sure.
that episode was just like sending it through the roof. It was,
love it.
The whole time I was like, oh, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Didn't want TT though.
No, you wanted to open a Christmas present and be tiny.
Yeah, you want to be tiny and be slammed around by
opened it
cat.
and-
Hey, there's nothing in here.
Shrinky.
Oh, I'm small!
Captain Carter, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, Captain Carter. I can't lift myself with my tiny muscles, Captain Carter, lift me.
Love it. Thirsty Frades. Captain Carter the Thirst Trap of Fredo. What else are we watching? Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh my, so juicy. Look, Bachelor, Bachelorette.
Goddess is back.
Love it.
I don't know.
But Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
Because like Bachelor and Bachelorette, it's like you have a group of guys or a group of girls going after the Bachelor or Bachelorette. But as the season goes on, you have your favorites, right? You have the I guess, some of the top favorites go on to be like the next Bachelor or the next Bachelorette. But you have characters or people in the show that you go, oh, I really like that person. I really like that person. Guess what? Lots of people in Bachelor Nation, that's what we call ourselves, love those people too. So you stick them on an island and they just drink and hang out. And so you have people and
Fuck.
it's kind of like incestual because like they all know each other.
Yeah.
Like they're all just like, oh, you're from Katie's
like-
season.
it's one
You're like-
big
everyone knows each other.
friend group.
They're sliding
I don't know if I'd
into
use
each
the
other's
word
DMs in
incestual
the
there,
background and
Yeah,
stuff like
it's-
that.
That's a different thing.
a bit strong.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. It's a friend group that just like it's like an orgy, but they pair off and then they come back and then they pair off
I'm
again.
saying don't use the word incest.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
exactly.
here's what it
within
is.
the Bachelor
That's
Nation
different.
It's friendcest.
Yeah,
That's
friendcest.
fine.
That's
Say
different.
that.
That's fine.
That's
We'll
cool.
go. You can do that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Anyways, so yeah, you stick them all on an island, and essentially the premise is just like, okay, like this week the guys have a bunch of roses, and so the guys will give out the roses, and if you're not paired up, you have a week to pair up with somebody, and if you don't get that rose, then you're off of the island. And then they switch the next week, the girls have the roses. So everyone is like pairing up and start trying to feel each other out. And then they'll throw like, people will be like, oh, I really like this guy. We're really, we're getting along, whatnot. And then like a new guy or a new girl comes down from like a previous season. And then like one of the two of the couple are like, ooh, wait, hold on. Like I kind of want to explore that relationship. I want to climb that mountaintop, whatnot. And it gets juicy. But one of the pairings, oh my goodness, all right, this is a spoiler.
They're not
for the
like
first
official
episode.
Whoa!
Yeah, they're not like
I
official
know.
pairings.
But they're
paired
Put on your
off.
spoiler
There
hats.
was one person, there was one female vibing with the dude, and it cuts to an interview.
What did you just say?
And
Oh,
no, I said
did
it.
it.
Put that in his personal swear jar.
They were getting along, and it cuts to the interview with the female, and she's like, "Oh man, like we're really getting along, but
it's kind of weird because I dated his uncle.
Oh, she wouldn't shut up about that. I'm like, you came right out the gate.
Just
hot on that
telling
one.
everyone how they were getting along, but she dated his uncle at some point.
But is it like
And
old uncle, or is it one of those like my uncle's 10 years older than
I
me?
don't know. That wasn't like revealed.
Interesting.
But I forgot the female's name. The guy's name is Trey. It was Trey.
We haven't seen her since last Bachelor in Paradise, where she overheated and had to go.
She was on the
I really
island,
like
she was
her.
overheating. She's
She's
like,
back. Her
"Oh,
personality is
so
awesome.
hot,
I don't remember her name.
So-
and she was
I'm gonna look
really
it up.
like,
I'm gonna get in there.
yeah.
So the
But-
series finale for this has to be
Okay.
there is a 2-person boat at the dock. We've released 100 tigers on the island. the keys are in the shrine up on the hill. Get on the boat and escape. The rest of you,
You have
good
to
luck.
pass a love test.
Yeah.
Well, the tigers, they only eat the
People not
lovers pheromones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the cat.
It's all a
At
ritual.
first, Trey was like, "Oh no, that's too weird." But then eventually, Trey was like, "Oh, whatever. We're still getting along." And then they make out.
Yeah.
Oh, so he straight up knew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
About the
knew.
uncle.
Yeah, so
then-
he ended up knowing, and then he was like, "Ooh, kind of weird." Walked away.
You know,
but
He kind of liked
You know,
it though.
came back to
Fredo,
it though.
Being able to adapt like that's really gonna help him get to the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Being
true.
able to
Oh,
adapt.
dude, and as they were making out, it cuts to the interview.
Doesn't have to
with-
say
I was
his
just gonna
uncle.
say.
It's an interview with her, and then she's like, she has the audacity to be like, Trey Kiss is better than his uncle.
Better
And
than
I
his
went,
uncle.
Oh!
She cracks up. I'm like, why do you
What?
take the uncle out of your mouth?
Say that?
I mean,
Bringing it up.
because
What
Yeah.
about the uncle?
If-
Well, there's a producer probably in the
Right,
background like,
Right.
Say the uncle. Who's better? Say it. Who's better kisser?
Then there's this guy who's just
we got
nude the
picks.
whole time. I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
David
Guy.
Spade was. I don't know if he's the guest host or if he's
David
the
Spade was
Spade's
nude
here.
the whole time?
Two different men. Here you go. Take a look.
Oh, he straight up is nude. That
He
dude
is new.
busted.
Yeah.
Just rippling muscles in
Joe
a
Dirt's sitting
big
there like,
sensor
okay.
box.
He's a older bastard, 40, but looking ripped.
Dude,
And
he does
was
not look
just-
40. He looks
He
good.
was just like, I'm just gonna
bag.
let it all hang.
Yeah, maybe he does it. Maybe that's why they censor it.
Yeah.
David Spade was like
why.
awesome though. I really enjoyed him as like a very awkward
Yeah.
but like very jovial host. Like he just slipped in a couple of one-liners. He was just great.
Who was? Is it?
Shane's taking paparazzi photos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At least
These cameras I'm comfortable with. That
At
was
least
weird.
it's silent. Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't. There
Just
wasn't
ask.
a flash noise or
He
a
just
flash.
screams as he's doing it.
Yeah, the camera.
What's
if
a
you're-
picture noise?
It's a
Flash.
That's true.
Like
Well, I'm thinking the cameras are like the
The,
one you
one that
yeah.
Matt just made. Yeah.
And sometimes you just like smack it to make the flash go.
Yeah, and then
it's
you,
fun.
if a Polaroid, you shake it even though it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But it
You're not
makes you
supposed. Don't shake
actually
it.
supposed to
Don't
feel
feel like
shake
you
it.
have power.
Yeah, it's like ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a fun watch.
I'm scrolling through the entire cast,
Trevor, Jeff,
all
and I
the
are
details.
texting it up.
Yeah, here's the thing. My prediction is that the goddess,
Oh, Vanessa. Is it Vanessa?
I believe so. I don't remember. I'm
She
still
was on a
scrolling through.
previous one of the most recent Bachelor season, and she just kept going. I'm the queen. I'm the queen. And then
Oh.
like walked up, and there was another girl who had like a crown, and then just like snatched it off of her head and like
It was
this
weird,
belongs
dude.
to me. I'm the queen. Anyways,
Weird.
didn't make it. Right, wasn't chosen.
Okay.
She was only
Well,
kept.
it's a
She was
queen.
one of those characters that was just strung along by the
Charlotte, yeah.
producers, where you can tell Matt, who was the Bachelor at the time, not this Matt
Yes.
Bragg, was
Or it
like.
could be.
We don't know.
You know. What I do,
That's
my
not-
own,
you know,
that's
like
my own business.
hand the flower to her to
Pick
keep her
her,
around.
pick her,
Right.
yeah.
You need to
Right.
keep her around for the dramas, and eventually she was predictably dropped off.
And
But
he,
yeah,
he was like,
Victoria,
there will be tigers.
Victoria.
Right?
Victoria,
Like,
yeah,
I'll-
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
keep- I'll
But
giving her that.
Victoria walks on to paradise, obviously because she's bad. She's drama.
Tajwan was the other.
Tajwan.
Yeah.
That's right. Tajwan and Trey. But she walks on. I'm like, oh, here comes the queen, and she's like, it goes from having a crown to I don't know. It's just
It's
like a.
it's like
a
the sun
band
goddess, where
with
it's just
a bunch
like
of like rays that come out. She's like, I'm no longer the queen. I'm now the goddess.
Like the Green Knight.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
it kind of like John Cena's hat, the toilet hat in Suicide Squad, where it had the band that went around. But instead of the band, it's just a bunch of zip
I was
ties.
like, John
This is a
Cena
thin
wears a
band. It
regular
doesn't look like
hat.
zip ties are
the
painted
one dude was
gold,
like, "Are they one of those
It's
gold
hard to
zip
see.
ties?" And
Yeah.
she's like, "It's not zip ties.
Yeah.
It's like the goddess. It's like the sun.
Yeah.
I'm like, no one wants
Yeah,
this."
and she's like, I'm the
Yeah.
goddess now. She's
Goddess
like, I'm in line with my
zip-lock.
chakra and all this kind of stuff. And then she's like, yeah, I'm the goddess, so you could find me on Mount, was it Olympus?
It was like a lip kiss or something like
she's
that.
you find me on Mount Olympus.
so close.
Olympus. I'm the goddess.
on purpose?
She's like,
No,
that's where
it
the
wasn't.
gods are, right?
And she's like, that's where the gods are.
I'm like, damn.
She
I'm gonna
is
choose
going to end up with
you.
Carl, and they're going
Just
to
to
keep
see
each
what
other
happens
around
next.
for a while.
Yeah.
Carl, well, I don't know who that man is. I don't know what season he hails from, but Carl fucking sucks, dude.
Damn. Harsh words from Carl.
Well, when
Fucking sucks.
When Carl,
was
when
good.
Carl
That's
came onto the
neutron.
show,
I mean, yeah,
Barbara
I
was
thought he
like,
did good.
"This dude sucks."
If I heard
And he
someone talking
did.
like that, I would not think they were wearing Crocs, because that didn't sound chill at all. You were like, fuck Carl. Carl fought
Dude,
through your
Carl
Croc
is
chill.
not a vibe. He is not a mood. He's
He's
not
from
crocked.
Katie's season.
He is?
Carl, the guy that like
Oh, the last season?
the African
See,
American guy that
I've-
came down and
Yeah.
was talking to I forgot her name already.
Well,
Tejuan. And
Oh, that's
yeah,
who it was?
Yeah, Tejuan was like, he was like, oh, hey, what's your name? And Tejuan was like, oh, my name is, and he's like,
Well,
like,
he comes
kept
up.
ignoring her.
He comes
and then
up.
she was like, wait, do you want to know my name? And he's like, to the other dude.
Right.
And he's like,
It was
just
worse than
kidding.
that.
I was playing a joke. I want to see how mad you'd get. And I was like,
It was worse than that. He comes up and he's like, "All dude, bro," with her. I forgot who it was because I was so focused on him being an asshole. He was like, "Oh, hey, it's really nice to meet you," and she's like, "Do you have a name?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he like leaps like 5 feet over to dude hug, like bro hug this other guy, and she's like, "Okay," and she just turns around like that was really rude. And he comes back, "I'm just playing, I'm just playing."
Carl with a K.
Yeah. And it is definitely Carl, and he was like, I'm just playing, but then goes back for another hug, and I'm like, say your name, dude. It was like he was trying to smooth through all the awkward by being overly like forcing the confidence, and I'm like, okay, you can fake some confidence, but you are just being an ass. This is just bad.
Yeah.
And like that's all you see
she
of him.
was like, wait, do you want to know my name? And she's like, yeah. And then started talking to the dude again. And I was like, oh, God, douchebag.
Yeah.
Gross. It's so juicy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to end up with him, but I feel like everyone's kind of already ostracized.
Someone will, even if it's not just on the show.
Trevor.
Someone probably
will.
will.
The Tigers.
Tigers.
Someone will, and they'll go,
Just wait for the Tigers.
I see past all that. There's
I can
there's-
fix him.
There's a gentleman underneath, a caring man.
The Tigers don't care what kind of man you are.
Oh, they just want
They
flesh.
beat you, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of douchebag, I wanted to mention this before we end the show because we're close to the end. This fucking shit going on Twitch.
The Twitch
Oh,
hate
right,
rate.
yeah.
The hate raid shit.
Yeah.
That's just like fucking crazy. It's a thing where shit like that happens, and you know you kind of want to take time to just be like, you're an asshole, you're a piece of shit, whatever. Like, but and like it is a person, it is persons, right? You know what I mean? But it's, I mean, I know. Maybe not all the specifics of it, but it's like bot armies, right? So it's a handful of people. It's not like an entire like community, but it's like it's not a thing where you can just tell a person like, hey, don't show up. They know that. You know what I mean? It's not like a person hanging out and just like being negative or being toxic and being a fucking incel or what have you. It's like just someone doing it and then just like mass spamming it, which is kind of like, to an extent, unstoppable. You know what I mean? Like you can have people like delete it and, you know, turn on like filters and this and that, whatever. But like it's also in the midst of like a live stream. You know what I mean? When someone's live, and so it's always like, oh shit, someone's like caught off guard by it, and it's just like, I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up. Of like, I mean, we've been talking about it, like, you know, outside of content, not to, you know, go off the Love Island. It's very not Croc worthy.
Oh God,
No,
no.
absolutely not.
But it's just like, fuck. How has something not been done about it yet?
Oh my God.
Like,
And I
like
wanted
by Twitch specifically.
If I may, just for a second, because I do see some people in the chat. I didn't know what a hate raid was. I wasn't aware. I'm not very in like.
I don't know how
prevalent on
new.
Twitch.
I'm not saying it's new, but
Sure,
it's like
but-
huge
but for
right
the
now.
sake-
Like it's
They've
happening
had,
all
like,
the time.
they've had
now.
like bot spam for a long time.
Yeah.
For the
But,
sake
like,
of the
it just
audience that might
recently
not know
turned
what that
really
is,
bad.
it's a raid is when you can take your audience at the end of a stream and say, hey, go raid Fredo, and then like your audience goes, hey Fredo, what's up? And you just send your viewers to them, and it's fun and whatnot. This is where there's a coordinated attack essentially against a certain streamer, where a pool of people could, like you said, it's not necessarily a whole community. It doesn't have to be whatever. It's just some people show up to someone's stream and just start spouting hateful stuff. And it's a terrible practice. I don't know why nothing's been done about it. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of outline what that is, because if you haven't heard of it, that's going on. And Kai experienced one of her own very recently, unfortunately. And it's terrible. But yeah, I didn't want to. Sorry, I didn't want to.
No, it's just like, but it's a thing too where you see it and it's almost like, if you look at a chat, even, RTTV chat, it's like people are talking. It's like like a fucking bot command where it's just like, it's filtered.
Really?
It's not like five
it's
people
not
showing
like-
up being
No,
assholes.
so-
it's like a script.
It's like
That's what I'm
thousands of
saying. It's like a
bots coming in.
technology thing that
back in the day on Twitch, like there were some sites, like third-party sites, that allowed you to buy views essentially, and so what that meant on Twitch was you would inflate your Twitch numbers, right? Because I mean, Twitch
search results
Twitch
or something,
viewership is very big, and that's discoverability on Twitch. So people go to these third-party sites, pay a fee, and that site would send a ton of bots to just watch your stream, inflating your viewership. But now people are taking those bots or those types of bots and sending it over to people with hate messages and hate speech, which is really fucked up. And then they're targeting tags, because you can tag what your stream is. So, there's the people of color tags, black community tags, and people are targeting those tags and sending over hate raids. And so, yeah, there's a ton of fellow content creators that I've seen that are hit by this, and it's just fucking annoying, and it angers me. And it's as simple as like in the middle of a stream, or
just people
sometimes
just
when they
like-
turn on their stream, they're hit with it right away.
Yeah.
And so that's why a lot of people are just sitting here asking for Twitch to do something about it. And there's, the campaign is hashtag Twitch do better, which like, do something, do anything.
Right.
Yeah,
Literally,
even like a
like,
step to try and
yeah.
prevent that, because like they have to be able to identify.
It's-
this is a brand new account that existed 5 minutes ago.
It's just fucking crazy. It's like you're talking about people, and this isn't even a thing of like, not that it's warranted in any way, ever in any capacity, but like you're going to someone else to do this. You know what I mean? It's not like, hey, I'm here, and whatever you're saying, it's upsetting me. I'm gonna do this. It's like, hey, let's go target someone I don't know, or just like you said, search through a tag. Well, who do I want to attack today? I'll just search this tag and then just send this shit. Because why? Because people are playing video games or they're chatting or whatever it is they're doing. They're playing music. And it's just like, it fucking sucks, dude. And it's fucking bullshit. And yeah, I mean, but like, what do you do to an extent? Besides just
When
like
the platform itself
call on the platform
won't
to be
help.
like, can you,
Right.
like, I don't know if they've even addressed it.
I don't
They
know.
certainly have done nothing
don't
about
know.
it. And so, yeah, I mean, it's kind of
don't
like,
catch
I've already seen people like responding to the, Twitch do better tag of like, kind of like joking or like pessimistic or whatever. But it's like, no, really though, but they're like $1 billion company or something, billions of dollars.
owned by Amazon,
Like you
so-
can fucking
Yeah.
fix
Trillion-dollar
something. And
company.
it's also a thing too where, and I'm assuming people will come out and say this, of like, oh, well, boycott or something like that. But it's like, yeah, but you're gonna punish the people that are getting hate rated.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it doesn't make
exactly.
sense. It's
Right.
just like,
Yeah.
just fucking do something.
Right.
Add some sort of measure in the fucking platform.
Right. The solution isn't to say like walk away from Twitch. That's a lot of people's livelihoods, right? Like I full-time streamed 3 years. I've been doing it for over 7 years now, and like that's people's jobs. That's their livelihoods.
Yeah, that's also
boycotting is asking them to walk away from their dreams and their careers, and also even on top of that, there's a ton of people who don't deserve to be fired. I'm sure that work at Twitch and at Amazon, right? Who are against this and want something to change too, but don't have the authority or the or right, because they're not a part of that department or whatever. They're further down the chain. So that's not the way to attack it at all. And the other way too is people are talking about like, oh, just turn like follower mode on. And so it's a setting where you could set it to like, oh, someone has to be following your channel for a minute to 10 minutes to an hour in order to talk and chat, or subscriber only mode for someone has to be subscribed to your channel in order to talk. But like the whole point of Twitch is the community and interaction.
Exactly.
It's also
If you turn
just
that
like
on, it kills
right.
all
It's
of
like,
that.
will you
Yeah.
neuter it?
Yeah.
Neuter your own platform
Your own platform, your own
to
content,
kind of just stop
your personality.
literal. I mean, hate.
Well,
it's
and
hate
like
speech. It's hate raids.
even
Like,
follow, like the follow would eventually catch up, because like I know a lot of times I've had like a bot thing before, and I see it because I see like the follow commands all come through. So I'm like, yeah, I better warn the mods it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So I mean, honestly,
Twitch needs to do better, and this needs to be fixed, and it should have been fixed weeks ago. I mean, it should have been fixed a while ago. This is something that shouldn't be allowed to happen.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, again, I don't think it's a new thing, but it's certainly like a new trend. I've seen it like from so many people. Like it's not like this little isolated incident. It's just kind of like, how much has to happen and how long like does it have to occur before like anything's done about it?
Yeah.
So
This is why I can't be a superhero, man. I'm serious.
because
No.
I mean, if I
I
find
get
something
it.
like that, it's over. Like, there's no way. Don't give me the.
well, anti-hero.
Just don't. Just don't. There is no explaining. Oh, you did that? Nah, that's too bad. I hate, dude.
It's a
Just
shame.
fucking
they call you.
fucking idiots, man.
I mean that's what it is. And again, to be clear, like these people are fucking idiots. They're just fucking sad, hateful people. But like, it's a level of like there needs to be some sort of like code. Much like Trevor, not a writer. I'm fantastic. I just don't talk about it. Trevor, not a writer. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a coder. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You're looking, I can turn a computer on. But it's like a very automated, script kind of thing run. It's like, don't tell me that there's nothing you can do. Sure, maybe someone will go, well, it's not that easy. I don't give a shit. So it's hard.
Like,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Who
Like,
cares?
Even an
Have the money, hire
acknowledgement.
the people,
Fucking
build the
fuck,
infrastructure.
dude. Just
Yeah.
do something
Like,
about
Even
it.
an acknowledgement that like we're trying to fix this internally.
Right.
Like that would at least be a
just did
good start.
For the sake of posterity, I just did a cursory glance at their main Twitter profile to Twitch. I scrolled through there to see if they had said anything. At the present time, no. But yeah. So
Right.
like even
So I mean
acknowledge the
that's
fucking
that's
thing
what
Yeah.
that's
state
why
you're working towards a solution.
That's why, like, I brought it up because it's like, I mean, just if you know somebody or even if you don't, that's the hashtag. People are just tweeting at Twitch and using the hashtag Twitch do better just to get them to respond in some manner. It's just like it fucking sucks. You know what I mean? It just fucking sucks to see,
Yeah.
and it's poo poo.
Yeah.
some people fucking suck, dude.
Don't be a Carl.
That's it. The Carl.
Don't be Carl, man.
Carl actually reminded me of it because you were describing Carl.
Yeah.
I wasn't kidding when I said speaking of
Carl,
douchebags.
not to be known as
You were
racist,
right.
but to be known as a douchebag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just find the Tigers.
Yeah.
be
We'll
fine.
find the right tiger.
Yeah, we'll get them.
Get him, Carl.
Was the deconstruction meant to happen in the main or in the post?
Oh, I don't know.
I just see Tyler Sapp floating in the wings over there. With
Oh, I
boxes.
see. I just thought throughout, and then you guys.
We're starting to pack it up.
Start to pack it up right now.
That's fine. Okay. So anyway,
Okay.
like I said last,
Those are nice boxes.
those are nice boxes. Did you guys send a bunch of emails first asking if anybody had any boxes before you spent the 30 cents a box?
No.
I think they just bought it.
Yeah.
I hate those emails.
That's where my googly eye is.
Oh! Save the pickles.
Hey, that's load
Okay, hang
bearing.
on.
That's
Save
load
the
bearing.
pickles. I don't know where that monkey came
It's gonna fall
from.
apart.
Oh,
Jack
Chuck
brought
the
the
cheese
monkey.
balls.
game changers
Those
from
cheese
our.
balls?
It's gonna take my stuff.
Those cheese balls are.
Oh, they've been exposed to air that whole time?
Oh, that's
Those cheese balls were never fresh.
Well, I
They
could tell,
shipped
but
stale.
How could you tell?
Hey,
they have a
By the way they
texture.
eat?
The
can we
The mouth
the way
feel?
they eat, yeah.
keep the liquor in a separate box and mark it Sarah? Because apparently that's what happened in the last studio.
or just
Our old
quick
office.
access.
She's got all the liquor for some reason.
Great.
Oh,
Had.
had. Yeah, definitely
Chugged.
had. It's been a long year. What?
Ooh, that says apple, Matt. You might like some of that.
I could go.
Well, hey,
drinks.
I'll do it. We guys still have those two.
if you're watching live, stick around
Okay.
for the AH Post team. They're gonna be.
Well, now you got.
No, no.
They're gonna be streaming some
Exposed.
12 minutes. Thanks for watching. This was the last off topic in this studio.
It's a studio wrap.
Yeah.
Look,
That's it.
don't be a Carl.
Don't be.
Get some
Carl.
Crocs.
No.
Fucking get some TT.
What if Carl's wearing Crocs?
Oh. That's a crisis.
That's
That's a crisis.
Think
you
about
put
that,
him.
dude.
That is an immovable
I
object,
feel-
an unstoppable
I feel
force.
naked.
Yeah, I feel exposed.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm so glad.
I don't.
I'm so glad
I'm
I wore,
crocked
I
up,
wore my
stocked
Crocs
up.
and shorts, dude.
Don't
we
be a
look so.
Carl. Don't wear Crocs. Captain Carter.
Hey,
Call me.
do you think when we get to the new studio, do we need a table? I kind of like this.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Hang on.
Yeah, no, we need
And I
it.
can't put stuff on.
Just look at how the light
Oh, see, you can just-
glistens off of our
Matt,
Easy.
glistens off of our white legs. You know?
I'm not white. You're white.
There
Well,
isn't. a
that's
table
true.
There, you're right.
What's up?
Just doesn't feel. It's exposing.
Admittedly,
Crocs.
Well-
it's really hard to get that from where it landed.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We'll catch you next time wherever we're recording from. Who knows?
Hopefully Crocless.
Could be at a location near you, but it isn't.
Wait, up here.
Oh. Let's be the logo.
I don't want to be that close. Oh, yeah! Everybody put your Crocs in. Woo! Hey, it's been a good run.